Hello, my name is Scribble, and welcome to the final week of preliminary rounds battle for the Seoul Draft League. This week we are playing Scion, and we're going to try to sweep with CHIMECHO. So, if you haven't seen the team builder, you'll know why we brought CHIMECHO and what we're trying to do with our team here. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, let's just get into the replay. So I did change one thing before the game, and I changed Drain Punch on Annihilate to Earthquake because I thought it matched up better versus a Glamora lead because I was planning on leading Annihilate. And so yeah, that was basically the whole reason why I put Earthquake on, but as you can see from Scion's team, he did not bring Glamora, he also benched a Garchomp. So at team preview, this was very bad news for me, because if there were any two Pokemon that CHIMECHO could set up on, it was probably gonna be the Garchomp or Glamora. Those were our two best shots, and neither are here. Instead, we see Greninja, a Terra... what type is that? I believe that's Terra Water Thundurus, Terrapagos, Azumarill, Terra Electric Iron Crown, and Electros. So, it's not looking good at team preview. I will say that much. So I am sort of expecting a Terrapagos lead. It's the only rocker on this team he brought, since there's no Chomp or Glamora. So I decided to lead with my Annihilate. And so he does lead with Terrapagos, and I'm fully expecting this to be defensive. So I just Earthquake to break its Terra Shell while not dropping my defense in case he switches out or something, or he fears the fighting moves. But he resists fighting moves right now, so it doesn't really matter as he just gets by Toxic. But this reveals Leftovers, and I don't want this to protect in front of me, so I just go hard into my Metagross now as it gets up rocks. It gets its Terra Shell back, but I knock off its Leftovers, so I get rid of it. So, the Terrapagos is, not doing anything as per usual for this Pokemon, but, I don't really know what my game plan is, because the entire team is built around CHIMECHO, and I don't know how I'm going to win with it. I'm hoping maybe the Iron Crown is choice locked or something, or maybe the Eel is defensive and we could set up on that. The Terrapagos having Toxic means I can't set up on it. Maybe if we were Heal Bell, then being Heal Bell is probably the correct play to win with CHIMECHO here, because I know the Terrapagos will be defensive. An offensive Terrapagos looks horrible into my team, and having Toxic makes a ton of sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna 1v1 this with Metagross. I Hammer Arm here, which is probably unnecessary. I mean, it has pros and cons. So Hammer Arm, it sort of puts it into his head that's the move I'm going for versus Terrapagos, which is going to come into my favor the next turn, but it's also going to have the drawback of lowering my speed. Because he does make the switch to Azumarill as I switch my move to Heavy Slam, because Hammer Arm can miss, Heavy Slam can't, and they do almost the same amount of damage. But because of the speed drop, I'm now slower than Azumarill. But I at least live the Liquidation, and I can kill it with Heavy Slam. And in comes Electros. So, I'm expecting this Electros... I don't know what I'm expecting it to do, honestly. But I know I don't want it to have an item. If it's a setup variant, then I need to remove its Leftovers to be able to revenge kill it with something. If it's a Salt Fest, then removing the item would be nice to let my Deoxys revenge it. So I like to stay in a knockoff, but it's actually faster than me because of my Hammer Arm speed drop, and it gets a Coil off first. And it's actually Mental Herb, which is interesting. So this is very scary, because Electros has Dragon Tail, and so my Tinglu is not actually a reliable answer to this. I can't really Whirlwind this, because if he's Dragon Tail, he's faster than my Tinglu probably, and he'll just go before Whirlwind triggers, even though they both have the -6 priority. But since Electros is faster, Dragon Tail will go first. So I think I'm in a little bit of trouble here. So I don't want this to set up any more coils, so I go hard into my Alolan Executor. But he clicks knockoff for 49, and this tells me he's actually max attack, which I did not expect. I probably should have calced with my Metagross knockoff how much that damage that did, because in hindsight that is a little... Well, no, it actually doesn't really make... I can't really get that information from knockoff, right? Because if this has a defense investment, it would be special defense, because it's boosting its physical defense with coil. So, I'm expecting this to be like a specially defensive eel, but no, it's actually just max attack, and that is actually going to matter quite a lot, because now my eel, or not my eel, my egg is dead, unfortunately, and that is pretty massive, because now the eel is just going to heal to full with Drain Punch, and I have to just sack my Deoxys to deal with this. I go for Psycho Boost, but yeah. Oh, sorry. Wow. Okay. I don't know what's happening with my my replay, but it's lagging a little bit. Probably from how powerful this Electros is. It's like siphoning the electricity of my computer. But I have to slack my Deoxys to the eel, and I just go Annihilate to Revenge, and it's not looking so good. My two main offensive pieces are dead, so it's really all up to Chimecho. In comes Iron Crown. I switch into my Tinglu on Tachyon Cutter, does nothing. What do I do here? I think I get up my rocks. Yeah, I think rocks are okay, just because I kind of need it, and I'm expecting to what should I do here? Why do I switch into Metagross? Oh, you know what? It's because I okay, so sorry about that. I was getting a little ahead of myself. So I remembered I sacked Metagross this turn instead of whirlwinding the Iron Crown, and I did this because I think if there's ever a time to set up Chimecho, it's probably now. Maybe I can bluff him out of staying in and attacking, because maybe this is like my Iron Crown check, right? I could be specially defensive, maybe I'm a Thunder Wave or something. But yeah, because I'm looking at the rest of the team. Terapagos I can't set up on because of Toxic. Thundurus I can't set up on because it's so strong. And Greninja I can't set up on because it's a dark type and I'm a psychic type. I'm not Terra, unfortunately. So it's now or never, basically. So I get up my rocks there to see if Chimecho can pull through. So does Chimecho do it? We'll see. Unfortunately, he does just elect a Tachyon Cutter, which is a clean 2-hit KO. Here he clicks Psychic Noise, so he did have Psychic Noise as I get a blocked Wish Off, and then he just kills me with Tachyon Cutter. So our Chimecho sweep did not come to fruition, unfortunately, but it's okay. That it is what it is. I go into Tinglu just to Earthquake. Crits me with Tachyon Cutter. Very lucky player. Earthquake does nothing because he's Shuka Berry. And so here I go into my Annihilate. It's my last Pokemon left. Obviously, I'm not winning this game anymore, but can we kill the Iron Crown at least? So I Earthquake, and it doesn't even kill the Iron Crown, which is crazy. So all he has to do here is Saiyan and Psychic Noise kill me and win the game. However, I dare him to switch into Terapagos as I prepare my Terra Fighting Close Combat, which has Terapagos' name on it. But unfortunately, he does not bite, and he just kills me with Focus Blast. Oh, I see what he did here. He predicted my Terra, but or he didn't predict my Terra. I think he was actually trying to feed the Okay, I'm watching the replay again, and I didn't notice he clicked Focus Blast this turn. That's actually really funny. So if I hadn't Terra'd, then I would have killed the Iron Crown, but then he just feeds the kill to Greninja or Thundurus or something. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so All right, I don't know what he's doing, but it's a funny game, right? So we lost 0-4. This is our worst loss of the season, I think. I mean, we only lost 2 times. Our only other game was last week that we lost. So on a little bit of a losing streak, maybe we took our foot off the gas because we were already confirmed for a top 2 seed in playoffs, but it's totally fine. So like I said earlier, this game did not matter for anything. I just tried to brute force a CHIMECHO sweep. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but that's how it goes. And so yeah, now that is the end of preliminary rounds. So now we're into the playoffs phase. Sorry if there's not too much insight to gain from this game. I mean, there isn't much. We kind of inted with CHIMECHO in the first slot of our team to try to win. You can't really force win cons to happen, even as much as you might want it to. You have to think what's objectively good in a matchup. So I guess there's our insight, is that trolling has its consequences, right? I mean, it's not necessarily trolling, because we did try to win the game, but definitely not in the most optimal way. All right. Anyway, playoffs. The league is now in playoff season. So because we secured the second seed, we are the second seed in playoffs, we have a bye into semifinals, which means there will not be any videos next week. We'll have a week off, or maybe I'll record something. Maybe I'll go over a quarterfinals game just for fun. I don't know, we'll see. But there will be no team builder for us or battle next week. But the week after, we will be back with semifinals, and we will hopefully win that. And then, assuming we win that, then we'd move on to finals. So we have to win 2 more games to win this league. All right, so that'll be that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for semifinals. Bye-bye.